coming to you live from Talamban, Cebu, Philippines. I am having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well where you're from. Hey, today I want to talk to you about how to have a strong relationship with your Filipino in the Philippines. How to have a strong relationship with your Filipina in the Philippines. Yeah! Woo! What a joy, such a joy it is to come back to you, my friends. And today, I want to say for those of you that are here for the first time, if you click on the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, so you continue receiving fresh, new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Now, if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay, or if you cannot hear me or see me okay, just let me know now before we continue so I can make technical adjustments, okay? But if you can hear me and see me okay, I'm going to continue. Now, when you talk about the Philippines, you understand this is a country where relationships abound. Yeah, they do. You've got people that have local relationships with their boyfriends, girlfriends. You've got people that, Filipinos that have relationships that's LDR, which means long distance relationships with the boyfriends, girlfriend. What's going on, Andy? And relationships are very, very important in the Philippines. And so today, I'm gonna give you what's going on, John. I'm gonna give you 4 principles or pillars of how you can use these pillars to have a strong relationship with your Filipino. Whether you are locally involved with her, living in the Philippines, whether you're a long distance relationship with you, whether you just met her or you've been knowing her a long time. If you use these 4 very simple principles and techniques, it won't take you long to have a stronger relationship with your Filipino. It's very easy. And the reason why I know it, because these things I do every day. When I recognized that Lisa D, I was having issues with Lisa D, and guess who was the problem? It was me. I met the enemy, and the enemy was me. So I had to make some changes, man. Changes in my life. And when I made the changes, I had to do research. I was like, what can I do, man? I don't want to have another divorce. I don't want to go down that crazy path again. I can't do it. I can't do it. And so I had to make sure that I had things in life in place that would change my mind, change my mindset toward women, change my mindset toward Lisa D. And so I got 4 things for you that's going to help you. If you ever had a bad relationship with a female, most of the time, relationships go bad because there's 2 people involved. If one person doing wrong, sometimes it's both of them doing wrong. But when you recognize that there needs to be a change, then you can make it what? Better. Okay. So the first technique, principle I want to talk to you about. Let's talk about first of all, what is a relationship? A relationship is basically with 2 or more people, 2 or more entities, 2 or more concepts are what? Connected. Okay? Yeah, they're connected. You have a connection with me right now. We have a connection. Yeah, we have a connection over a common element, a common identity, and that is what? The Philippines and the Philippines. We have a connection, and we're related because you've been through some stuff. I've been through some stuff. You want to do better. I want to do better, and we have a connection. We're on the same path. We're on the same wavelength, and we're going forward together. Yeah, we got a connection, guys. I know you want to say so, but I can tell you, I know you hear me right now, and you saying, yeah, Bobby, we got this. Yeah, we got a connection. And so, same thing with you guys with your Filipino. You found somebody you like, but for some reason or another, your relationship is going sour and you don't know what to do. It may be your problem, maybe her problem. But when you apply these principles, you will have a stronger relationship. First principle, what I'm talking to you about is trust, okay? Now, what is trust? Trust is basically where 2 or more people are involved and you have a commitment, you have a conviction, a belief, and a faith in that person or that entity to understand that they are who they say they are. They're going to do what they say they were going to do. And they will uphold their end of the bargain. That is trust. Okay? Now there's several types of trust, but the two main trusts that need to be developed between you and your Filipina, the basic trust is called a visual trust. Okay? Visual trust. That means, I'll give you a perfect example. When Lisa D and I met, I didn't trust her no far than I could what? See her. I had a visual trust. I mean, I loved her, and I told her, I love you, sweetie, I love you, sweetness, I love you so much. But I only trust you as far as I can see. And that was terrible to say. But it was true. And the reason why is because we had an LDR. I couldn't, man, and I just known Lisa D. That's when we first started. I just started to know her. And I went to see her, and we got together, and I found she was legit, but my trust still was a what? Visual trust. I could trust her no farther than I could see it because we had an LDR. And Lisa D was the same way because we had an LDR. She said, I trust you too, but I don't trust you that much because I can't see you every day. And so we had a visual trust for one another. And as we got married, that visual trust became a blind trust. Yeah, what's a blind trust? A blind trust, let's go back to a visual trust. A visual trust is when you trust someone only if you're able to spot them with your eyes and see what they're doing. That's when you trust them, okay? Just like, and a trust, first of all, must be learned. It's a learned skill. You don't come out of your mother's belly saying, okay, world, I trust you. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. Babies don't do that. How babies develop trust is when the mother goes to feed that baby, whether it's the breastfeed or the bottle. The baby gets that feeding from the mother. And whenever he does that, the skill of trust, he says, okay, I'm going to get this food from my mother, this nutrition, and I trust that whatever's in this bottle is going to strengthen me, it's going to make me feel good. Babies learn through repetition, over time. They trust that when they are fed by the mother, that they will be in good shape. So to a point in time, it's like a Pavlovian thing where when they see the mother coming out, pulling out their breast or pulling out their bottle, they start slobbering, salivating. They start, because they know they're going to see it. When they see that bottle, they know they're going to be fed and they're going to be led. That's because they have developed trust of the mother to feed them over time. And so it's the same with any other relationship with a man or woman, with you and your Filipina. You began to see your Filipina online every day. And you started to conversate with her. She started to conversate with you, and she recognized that who you were, who you said she was. You were. And same vice versa for her. You began to have a trust through your connection online, okay? But it was probably just like me and Lisa, a visual trust. Now, how blind trust is just that. There is a business term called blind trust. We just, have nobody knows the parties involved, but they trust that there's a trust in place. The money would be given out according to the destruction of the deceased. And same with us. Lisa D and I now trust each other implicitly and explicitly. We have a blind trust. I trust her. I trust her with my life because I know if anything happened to me, she gonna try to do her best to take care of me. And same with me. I have a blind trust, and I trust her to be honest with me. I trust her to be sincere with me. I trust her. Anything I can give Lisa D, I know she gonna handle. Okay, most of the time, because I trust her. And there are certain areas that I trust her more in than other areas, but still I have a blind trust because I know even if she doesn't know the proper business constructs or whatever term she needs to know, she gonna find somebody to help her get through and to take care of me. So I trust her. And when you develop a relationship with the Filipina, your goal, you may start off with a visual trust, like I trust you the more than I can see. You may trust that. That's how it starts, okay? But that's a baby or a visual trust. And you have to develop, your goal should be to develop your trust to a blind trust. Blind trust means I trust you with anything. And that's one of the problems with relationship, not just with Filipinas, And foreigners, that's part of the problem with relationship with people, boyfriend, girlfriend, and in general. You can have a relationship with your job and you have a visual trust or a blind trust. Some of you out there love your job. Okay? You can have a relationship with your job. You can have a relationship with your parents. You can have a relationship with your children. You can have a relationship with your friends. And some of those relationships are blind trust relationships because you've had this friend since you were in the fourth grade and you know he knows everything about you and you know everything about it and what you trust him implicitly and explicitly. That's the way you got to get with your Filipina. Okay? If you want a strong relationship, if you want a namby-pamby weak relationship, then you don't have to develop a blind trust. You just keep on doing what you're doing. And that's what some of you are right now. You have a visual trust. You don't have enough trust in that Filipina to do for her to do what she's supposed to do, unless you getting over her and talking to making sure she do what she said. That's called a visual trust. It's a baby trust. It's very, very low level trust. You want to develop a high level trust. And as you continue with your relationship with that Filipina, your relationship will get stronger and stronger if you have a blind trust. If your trust is increased and grown to a stronger height. Damn, I'm telling you, man, I'm a living witness. Lisa D and me have a wonderful relationship. It wasn't always that way. I had to learn to trust her more. She had to learn to trust me more. And guess what, guys? There's nothing perfect in life. We still struggle sometimes with trust. Lisa D always sometimes said, "What you looking at the girl for?" And sometimes I tell her, "Hey, what you looking at that man for?" You know, stuff like that. And that's just past, the past trying to rear up his what? Ugly head. You know, and we had to beat that stuff down because I trust her. Even though she might, her eyes might wonder, or my eyes might wonder, that's nothing. Because we are together like that, okay? We're together. And so when I recognize that, it's just a fleeting thing. But trust is very, very important in any solid relationship. And the next thing you want to do is you want to have good communication. Yeah, communication. What is communication? It takes two simple elements to have communication. Communication is when the sender sends what? Information. And then he sends the information to who? The receiver. Yeah. Sender and the receiver are the two basic elements of any communication. Yeah. You ever heard the term garbage in, garbage out, GIGO? Yeah, it's the same principle. If you send garbage, guess what, guys? You're going to get garbage right back in your face. If you're saying good communication, effective communication, you're going to get good and effective communication and response right back in your face. So it's like my old deacon at the church. He used to tell me all the time. He said, "Listen, Bobby, let me tell you something. It's always nice to be nice." I said, "What you mean, man?" I said, "What you mean, Deacon Robinson? What you mean?" He said, "If you be nice to people, guess what? They're going to be nice right back to you." He said, "That's my principle I live by." And this guy was a manager. He worked for GMC, and he had a lot of people under him. He said he was the best manager in Atlanta. He's gone home to the Lord now, but I always remember he said, "Bobby, let me tell you, it's nice to be nice. You want to be nice? You want to receive niceness? Give it out." Okay? And so in order to communicate, in order to be great communication, you got to have a great understanding of your role as a what? Sender. Matt Ryan, football player, quarterback, Atlanta Falcons. He is a sender when he sends that pass over to Julio Jones, the wide what? The wide what? Receiver. They have to have an understanding and a good communication process. Any quarterback and any wide receiver must develop a good system of communication. When Matt Ryan gets ready to throw that ball to Julio Jones, he has a signal. He might do one of these, like that. That means I'm going to send it a little bit further so you go further out. And then he passes that ball. Julio Jones sees him do this, and he gets ready to receive what? The ball, the football reception. He receives it. And that's a successful communication. Now, Matt Ryan, if Matt Ryan does this like this, and who your Joes don't see that, or who interpret it as going further, then that communication is going to be off. It's going to be off, and it's not going to be successful. And that's a lot of times what we do as foreign guys and Filipinos. And it's an additional thing in it because Filipinos have a second language of English, not a first language. So it's a communication issue there that underlies the whole relationship. And a lot of times, the Filipino communicate on a non-verbal basis, okay? And a lot of times foreigners don't understand that. You have to be able to understand there's several types of communication. There's non-verbal communication, there's verbal communication, there's written communication, and there's visual communication. You have to understand those concepts. And you have to understand the best way your Filipino receives what? Information from you. It may be verbally. It may be non-verbal. And Filipinos, I did a video on non-verbal communication. And there's a ton of them, man. Philippines is one of the most countries in the world that does non-verbal communication. I remember one time, I said, Lisa D, did you fix breakfast yet? She looked at me and did, she did her eyebrows like that. I said, did you fix breakfast yet? She said, I said, what's wrong with you? You can't talk? She said, I told you, yes. I said, what? You didn't open your mouth. Now, come on now. And we had a little issue. Then she explained to me when she did her eyebrows like that, up or down like that, that means yes. That means I didn't know that. So I was struggling with that. But that's just one single incident of non-verbal communication. And in the Philippines, you're going to find a ton of stuff like that. For example, again, if you ask them, where is my car? And somebody will say, you look at you like that. They do the mouth like that. That's a non-verbal communication from the Filipino that it's over there. And how would you know that? They're like, I don't know what you. I'm like, but I'm telling you, non-verbal is very, very important. I can tell you how many times. I can't tell you how many times Lisa D and I got in disputes about her doing them gestures and stuff, and I don't understand. You got to open your mouth. But now I understand. It took me a while. I know not most. I know a lot of the nonverbal communication, and that's something that you have to overcome and understand with Filipino. They love to non-verbally communicate. That's just a part of the culture. They would rather non-verbal communicate than rather say actual communication. But there's several types of communications. The non-verbal is just one of them. And you have to understand what's the best way to reach your Filipino. And once you find that communication path, then you employ that communication path as much as possible, because it's going to cut out a whole lot of mess in your communication between each other. And that's one way you can develop a strong relationship with your Filipino. So you say, well, why I always got to cater her needs? He's helping you as well as her. You're catering to both of you guys' needs, not just the Filipino. You both have to have good communication. And sometimes it takes the Filipino to understand too, because Lisa D, even though she knows English, there's certain terms that she didn't know, and I had to teach those terms to her. Now she knows them. When I say certain things, she understands me. So it goes both ways as well. So understand, guys, having a good communication process in place between you and your Filipino is going to serve you both very well, and it's going to strengthen your community. That's one thing UCD and I, we used to didn't start out because we didn't start out well communicating, because number one, most Filipinos, if you do not know already, are not the best communicators. They hold a lot of things on the inside. Mm-hmm. And it's your job, if you love that Filipino, you got to help them come out. You got to help them to communicate and express themselves. And that's what I spent a lot of time on with Lisa D. Because when we first were dating and then we got married, same issue. Lisa D wouldn't communicate from her heart, because most Filipinos and most Filipinos are not very communicative as far as their emotions are concerned and how they feel. They just like action people. Okay, you may feel terrible inside, but they're not gonna say nothing about it. They just go ahead and do their work and do what they gotta do. But deep inside, they're hurting, and as a result of that pain, it eventually comes out in different ways. And one of the main ways that it comes out is what? Tempo. Who's there talking about time to take the kitchen sink out? All right, guy, watch it, man. I'm giving you the best lighting in my house, and this is it. But I'm telling you, man, and don't be paying attention to the kitchen sink. Be paying attention to what I'm telling you. See, you one of the guys that's distracted. You know, you got to be focused. If you're trying to get a good communication, a good relationship with your Filipina, you can't be distracted, man. Don't let little stuff like that distract you. Focus on the issue at hand and the topic at hand. That is how to have a strong relationship with your Filipino. Talk about, hey, listen to this. Huh? Transfer. Excuse me, guys. What? Transfer. Is that going to be better there? Because it seems like one person is getting distracted from the kitchen sink. All right, hold on, guys. Lisa D told me to move. So she is my technician. So I don't want anybody to be distracted. So I'm moving. Which way, sweetheart? Huh? Y'all know I'm broadcasting from the home today, right here. Is that good? Right there, okay. Y'all know I'm broadcasting from the home today, so things are a little bit different. Lisa D had that as the primary place. Now she's switching it up. Now they still see in the background, Lisa D. They see the refrigerator and the sofa. Is that okay?
Is that okay than the sink?
That's better than sink. All right, guys. So we changed locations. If you cannot see me, let me know. Well, if you cannot hear me, let me know as well before I continue. Everything okay? I'm assuming it is. I see no responses to the negative. All right, so you got to have trust. You got to have a good communication system in place, okay? And it's personalized to you and your Filipino. All right? You have nonverbal and you have verbal communication. Now, when you send out the communication as the sender, you have to ensure that the receiver has a place, that she has ability to engage with that communication, to receive that communication properly. You have to send proper communication, and that ensures that they will receive it properly. If you say, I want you to pick up me 5 pounds of pork today, and you don't specify how this is going to be paid for, then you're going to have trouble. Because they're going to say, what you mean? 5 pounds of pork. And then a lot of times, just like I think the coins was distracted by that sink, distractions come in the communication channel. And sometimes the distractions that come in the communication channel, and that's why I moved, because that was a good thing for him to say, distractions come by the okay, now he's just being funny now. He said, what's the refrigerator eat? Come on, man, let's focus. You get me off track now. I'm losing my communication. You funny, man. Okay, let me get back on track. I'm sorry. I'm going to just ignore the comments until I get through. I'll be through in a few minutes. But sometimes the distraction that comes along the communication channel will cause your message and your communication, if you're Filipino, to be garbled or distorted, okay? Like I told you before, garbage in, garbage out. You have to be specific with a Filipina. And one of the reasons why is because English is not their first language. And so sometimes they struggle with things we as Americans or people that speak English say. And that's why a lot of times, if you ever been to the Philippines, you heard this term. Well, they have a nosebleed. If you talk to a Filipino or Filipino, and he said, I have nosebleed. I have nosebleed, sir. That means, for some reason, they can't understand you what you're telling them. They speak English, but because of your accent or because of how you're pronouncing the words, they can't get it. And so they call it nosebleed. I don't know why or how, but you'll find that often as you come to the Philippines. You'll get a waiter and say, I want fish and rice and vegetables. He said, sir, please speak slowly. I have nosebleed, sir. I have nosebleed. That means they cannot understand your words, and you're not speaking it to the point where they can understand. A lot of times they'll say, you Americans speak with slang. Okay, you hear that a lot as well. Slang is with our accent, they can't pick it up. And even though they speak English with their accent and their words, and that's how they understand it. When we speak English, we speak it with a foreign accent, so they have a hard time picking it up. So you have to be very, very specific when it comes to your communication. For those of you that are talking to Filipinos online, you probably already know that, because sometimes you say something, they'll take it totally different. Okay, you want to put that on? That light? Okay, what right there? Sorry, guys. You want to take it totally different, and they'll take it totally different. And so they'll have a different response. And you say, I didn't tell you that. And this, yes, you did. And then when they come to find out, how they received your communication was different from how you sent it, okay? There was a distortion between what you said and what they received, okay? So you have to keep those things in mind. Communication is very, very important, all right? So we talked about trust. We talked about having good communication. And then the third pillar for a principle for communication is respect. R-E-S-P-T-C, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Thank you so much, Sister Aretha. We appreciate that. Even though you're going home, we still living out your song in our lives every day. Respect. One of the most important things in a relationship. I think John touched on about that yesterday in our previous live stream. Respect. What is respect? Respect is when you esteem somebody, or you think highly, or you honor them. That's what respect is. And respect is a learned skill. And you respect people because they do what they say they're gonna do. They treat you well. They treat you kind. You respect their things that they do for you and to help you. Respect is very important with your Filipina. Now, a lot of people say, well, I don't have to respect her. I just take care of her. And she does what I tell her. It ain't about me respecting her. It's about her respecting me. And so, but that's not the way it works. Mutually beneficial. You got to respect that Filipina. Right? You got to respect that Filipina, and that Filipina has to respect you. Okay? It's mutually beneficial arrangements. Okay? That's what it's all about. And so, if you have little or no respect for that Filipina, you asking for trouble. You treating her like dirt. And she might put up with it for a little while because she wants you to change. And you may not change. Unless you understand what you're doing, you won't change. And it's going to get worse. It's definitely going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. And so you have to understand, respect the Filipina, and the Filipina will respect you. My mama told me a long time ago, treat people the way you want to be treated, son. Treat people the way you want to be treated. You want to be treated nice, treat her nice. You want to be treated bad, treat her bad. See what you get. You know? And I tell anybody, man, I respect everybody. I don't care how much money you have. You're a millionaire. I don't care. You could be a pauper, person on the street. When I see the beggars on the street, I don't ignore them. I mean, if they ask me for money, I don't give it to them. But I still respect them. I said, listen, man, I don't give people money on the street. But if you want me to buy you a hamburger, we go down to Jollibee, I'll get you something. That's what I do. Because when you give the beggar street on the money on the street, you don't know where that money's going to. Okay. So I never give beggars money on the street. I don't care if it's a little kid. I'm saying, listen, you want something to eat? And half of the time, they'll tell you no, because they want that money for other reasons. Okay. So respect everyone. That's what I say. And especially your Filipina, that's the one you say you love, right? So if you love her, you will respect her and treat her with kindness. A lot of you guys love the Filipina as much as you can see them, and you love the Filipina for what they can do for you. Yeah, you want to do the wild thing. That's why you respect her. You respect her for that, but you don't respect her to marry her. You respect her for doing the crazy stuff like let's go down there and eat some wings or whatever. You respect her for that, but you don't expect her to cook meals and be your wife. You know, you want her or be your woman, and live together. You want to respect her for what she can do for you, and that's it. But it's a mutual respect that has to be done between both of you. And when you find somebody that you respect and they don't respect you back, that's time to move on. That's time to move on. Without respect, you cannot show love for one another. If there is no respect, there will be no communication. There can be no trust. Okay? It all works hand in hand. It's all interconnected. And you guys need to see that. Okay? Talking about you love her, but you don't trust her. You got to have some type of trust, whether it's a blind trust or visual trust. You got to have some type of trust for your Filipina, especially if you're in a long distance relationship, or it's not going to work. Okay? Stop fooling yourself. Well, I've been dating this young lady, and she's Filipino. She's real nice. We've been dating a year, but I still don't trust her. Come on, man. I went to see her, and I still don't trust her. You found out she's legit, and you still don't trust her? Come on, you got to develop a better trust than that. You have to understand that without the trust, you're not going to go that much further. Okay? You have to invest in people. You have to understand it takes trust. It takes good communication, and it takes respect in any relationship. Retha said, I'm about to give you all my money, and all I'm asking you is to give me some propers. Yeah, respect. Just respect me. That's all she said in the scene before, because they love it. People like to be respected. People like to be honored. Yeah, and admired and esteemed. Even you do. When you get a promotion on your job, people respect you. They look up to you. When you get a raise, that's the company's admiring what you did because you had a great last year and your performance was great, and they gave you a raise because they respect you. They respected the work you did. So same principle that applies to your relationship with Filipino. Respect them and they will respect you. All right. Now, the last one is you have to practice compromise. Yeah, you got to practice it. Compromise. What is compromise? It's basically when you accept somebody else's wrong and you give up your right for somebody else's wrong. That's all it is. Compromise. You made a compromise for the sake of what? Peace. You compromise for the sake of peace in your life. And sometimes you have to be able to say, okay, is this a battle worth fighting because it's going to destroy everything? Okay. Is this a battle worth fighting even though it destroys our relationship? You got to learn when to let things go. And you got to learn that it's more important to let it go than to tear down the whole relationship. Okay. And that means sometimes you have to give up your right for her wrong. Sometimes she has to give up her right for your wrong. It's not a one-sided street. And for those of you out there, you guys saying it's my way or the highway, I guess what? You're going to be a lonely person because most Filipinas are not going to just sit there and let you do everything to them and they don't have a speak. They don't have a say so. Okay? They're not going to do it. So they may do what you say, but they're going to do it with an attitude. And it's going to be a nasty attitude. And that nasty attitude is called tampo. But those of you that are new don't know what tampo is, look it up. Or ask somebody on the chat what it is. They'll tell you. But you know what it is. It's basically when the Filipinos said, they may never, because I told you about, they have a problem with verbal communication sometimes. They may never verbally tell you, I don't like what you said, I don't like what you did to me, but they will express it non-verbally. And how to express it non-verbally? Tampo and its word in a nutshell is shut down. They shut down emotionally. They shut down physically. They shut down spiritually to you because they don't like what you said to them and they don't like what you did to them. But again, it goes both ways. Now, we don't call them men when they shut down tampo, but we can do the same thing. Oh, she said I didn't send her enough money. I'm not gonna say much to her. Next time, I'm not even gonna send that much. Same thing, but it's wrong either way. Okay, it's wrong either. Okay, it's wrong either way. And you have to practice compromise. So I gave you 4 principles today that'll help you establish a stronger relationship with your Filipina. And when you establish a stronger relationship with the Filipina, you're going to be able to meet your goals. And your goals is to either live with a Filipina or marry a Filipina or have a good relationship, strong relationship with the Filipinos. Filipinas are some of the most sought after women in the world. And people come from near and far to find a Filipino because they have a good upbringing. They believe in family and God first in their lives. And they believe in taking care of their spouse or their mate or their partner. And not only do they take care of you physically, they take care of you spiritually. Because a lot of times, Lisa D knows when I'm down and out. Sometimes, I always have a good faith for you guys, because that's how I am all the time, most of the time. But sometimes I get down. Like sometimes I get sad because I can't see my grandkids. And sometimes I get sad because I can't see my family. But this is the life I chose. And so I have to deal with that. And sometimes I express that to Lisa D. You know what she do? She said, come here, you need a hug. Yeah, that's what she give me. She give me a hug and a kiss. And that makes me feel so much better because I understand that she identified with my issues. And she knows my heart. And that makes me feel so good. So I'm telling you, man, you want a good, strong relationship. You want to develop a good, strong relationship. Right now, your relationship is weak. Use the principles I just outlined for you. Now, who knows the first principle I talked about? Who can tell me the first principle that I talked about today? Let's see if you guys are paying attention. Stop looking at my kitchen sink. You can't learn when you're distracted, man. Focus. You got to be able to focus. Who knows the first principle I talked about? And don't go back on the notes. Okay. All right. So somebody give me that principle. So what I'm gonna do now, since you guys want to do the chat thing, let me pull down. Let me see the notes we got here. All right. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna do the roll call. It's time for the roll call. Y'all ready for the roll call? All right. Andy, what's up, man? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What else we got? We got John, Big John. What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Lisa D right over here. She always up with man when I do a live stream. Lisa D she be on point because she's my technician. She the one told me to move because it's better over here than by the sink. All right, what we got here? Who else? I always greet. I check every note, every comment you make, and I bring it up. I don't let nothing go by, so I don't want anybody to feel that I am neglecting them. Thank you guys for showing up, and thank you guys for being part of the Life in the Philippines program today. You didn't have to do it, but you did, and thank you so much for being present. Hulk, Big Hulk, what's up? Hi, buddy. I've ever been looking at you and been wondering why you look so different, and I see you now. Gain weight. Oh yeah, man, I gained weight. When I came out here, man, I was skinny. And then Lisa D fat me up. She said, "You too skinny." That's what she said. And man, I ate, but I'm trying to lose a little bit now, so it'll be coming down. I got work out every day, 4 to 5 days a week, and I'm eating better. And Lisa D gained low weight too, but she trying to work that out as well. So yeah, man, we gain low weight, but it's not that bad. It'll be all right. I'm working on it. I understand where I'm at, and I'm working on it. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. All right, what else we got here? All right, let me go down. I came back down too far. SML, what's going on, man? Good to see you, man. Hey, but I lost some weight. I lost about 15 pounds. So I was bigger than this, man. I'm going down. When next time you meet, and I give myself about 3 or 4 more months, you gonna say you losing weight, you get skinny. But some people tell me that already that I lost. They noticed that. All right, so who else was? Where was I? Okay. Lisa D, she just logged on. He said, "Thank you guys for watching the live stream." Okay, now I went further down. I got to go back up.
Right there.
Right here. Okay. Yeah, Andy. Yeah, man. I'm trying to teach. I'm trying to teach you guys. When you learn, when you listen, you will what? Learn. And when you listen and you learn, the next step on that is to what? Apply. Apply it. Just don't listen. Just don't learn. Apply it. It doesn't mean anything if you don't apply it to your life. And that's why I have to understand. I could talk all my trash, all the talk I want, all day long. But if I don't apply it, it means nothing. And I apply. I told y'all yesterday, for those of you that were with me yesterday, I told y'all how mean I was to Lisa D when we first got married. because I had a lot of heavy baggage carrying me, weighing me down.
Yeah,
I
you're
wasn't.
always fussing.
You hear what she said? She said I was always fussing. I was always fussing with her for something, and I didn't really understand. I was doing it unconsciously, and when I understood why I was doing it, it was because of the baggage from my what previous relationship. I was in a 21-year relationship, man, and you talking about some baggage, heavy, man. And I met Lisa D, and I thought, well, it'll be different, but it was not different. It was worse because I was the one that's doing the fussing. I was picking up where my ex-wife had left off, but I was applying it on her, stuff that was being applied on me. So once she brought that to my attention, man, I had to say, okay, you got two choices here. You continue doing your same old craziness, or you can straighten this mess out. And I straighten it out. I don't treat her like that now. I treat her very respectful. We communicate well. We have trust for one another, and we compromise. Just like I tell you, perfect example of compromise. I told you guys that I wanted to watch the Pacquiao fight on Sunday, but Lisa D had another plan. She had already made a commitment, which I didn't. I mean, I knew about it, but I didn't realize it was the same day of the fight until the day came. She said, I said, I got to order the fight. She said, fight? She said, we got to go to a Christian. I said, what? I said, is that today? She said, yeah. I said, no, I'm going to order the fight. I got to see the fight live. She said, Bobby, you can come back and see the last part of the fight, or you can see the replay. She said, these people expect me to be. I said, you're the godfather. You're the godmother. They didn't ask me to be no godfather. And we went on back and forth like that until she explained to me how important it is in the Philippine culture and lifestyle a christening is. A christening is sacred, just like marriage and just like a baptismal and just like a death. Those things are very important in a Filipino culture and lifestyle. She said, if you don't attend, they're going to look bad on us. In this neighborhood, they're not going to like. I said, okay, all right, I understand. I go. I gave up what I wanted to do because I wanted to make sure she appreciated me giving it up, and I wanted to make sure I did the right thing, okay? That's what compromise is all about. We compromise. She said, you can go, we'll leave early, we'll come back, and you'll be able to either see part of the fight or the replay. So I saw the replay. And it was a good fight, guys. It's a real good fight. And we made a solid compromise. And that's what you got to do. You can't always have things your way. And sometimes I get it my way. And, she compromised. She gives in her point of view to me. She said, okay, we'll do it your way. Even though she may not want to do it, she said, okay, we'll do it your way. And so a lot of times my way is not the right way because I mess up a lot. And the reason why I mess up a lot here, because it's a new culture for me, I'm learning the ways. And if Lisa D was in the United States, she would probably do a lot of messing up too, because she has to learn the ways. So the culture. And we compromise. We compromise all the time. But we compromise to the benefit of our family and our marriage. We want to make it work. And in order for you to make your friendship, your girlfriend and boyfriend relationship work with your Filipina, you got to compromise. You got to compromise. That's all there is to it. Look at that. She happy now. y'all better like this one, y'all guys, because you don't see Lisa D on camera that much. She's feeling really good today, and she got over her fear of the camera. So yeah, she's happy. She's a happy camper today. All right, let's go back to the next response. You have to believe in the person you're with. John says you have to believe in the person you're with. You have to put that person first in your life. Husband and wife should what? Hold on. I messed it up. Husband and wife have the most unique relationship. Yeah, it is the most unique and it's the most special because it's ordained by God. It is sacred. Husband and wife relationship is very, very sacred. And it's ordained by God. Unique in the Bible. So yeah, Lisa D and I have a special relationship, and every husband and wife have a special relationship. It is a relationship between you, your wife, and God. And those of you that are not married, you have a special relationship too, because your relationship is between you, your girlfriend, and God. Because God is watching all of us, how we treat each other. Yeah, he wants us to treat each other with respect, understanding, love, caring, and sharing. That's what it's all about, man. It's not about you want to be the power person in this relationship. Do it or else I'm gonna get somebody else next. You just a squirrel in my world trying to get a nut. That's what we say. That's an old school thing, but hey, that's what we say. That's what we say to this day. You just a squirrel in my world trying to get a nut, and there are a whole lot more squirrels out there. You mess up with me, I'm gonna put you on the street. That's what we say. You gotta be careful with that kind of talk, cause sometimes you get what you ask for, and then you be like, I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, cause you mean that much to me. Ain't you proud to beg? Sweet darling. Yeah, you beg. You get on your knees, drop down on your knees, start singing that song. Oh, please don't leave me. Please don't. Yeah. But you Mr. Man trying to be bully tough talk. And then the Filipina call you on your mess and she walks out of your life. Then you realize what you had and you drop down on your knees and say, Lord, please, if you just give me one more chance, I'll be good. But it's too late. She done picked up and found somebody else. And that's why when I met Lisa D, hey man, when I met Lisa D, she was one of a kind for me. I never met a woman like her that was so patient.
The only one.
Yeah, I heard that, right? I never met a woman that was so patient and loving because I treated her bad. I really did, man. And I apologized to her. I repented to her. I repented to the Lord. But I don't do that no more. It's okay when if you recognize your mistakes and you correct them, it's okay. Because guess what, guys? The past is what? The past. And the past is the past for a reason. It's not coming back again. You will never see that day that you did cuss somebody out again because it's not coming back again. You might not get this, you might cuss somebody out again, but it won't be the past. It won't be that same issue because that past situation, that past circumstance you had is never going to come back again. That's why the past is the past. And the past needs to be what? Buried. Yeah, you start bringing up your past relationship with your Filipina. She don't want to hear, well, we did this in the bed, and can you do that? Come on, man. Nobody want to hear that stuff. The Filipino don't want to hear that. And you childish and trivial for bringing up that mess. That's a past relationship. That's what's called heavy baggage. Stop bringing that up in a new relationship because you're going to break it down. Learn from your past mistakes. That's what I had to do. I learned from my past mistakes. Okay, Lisa trying to calm me down. Thank you, sweetheart. All right, let's go to, I don't know where I left off at. I don't know where I left. Where did I leave off at, Lisa D? Okay, hold on. I have to go down. We got a lot of comments. And guess what, guys? I'm going to get to every one of your comments. I'm not going to let one of them pass me by. Okay, I talked about John, so you have to believe. Okay, here I am. All right. John says one must trust and believe in oneself before they can trust and believe in someone else. Trust also comes from humility. Exactly right. You got to trust that you are doing the right thing. And when you trust in yourself, understanding that you're trying to do the right thing, that's all you can ask for. And you have to be humble. Yeah, you got to be humble. You got to put that other person first in your life. And that's one of the problems a lot of us men have. We don't put our spouse, we don't put our mate first, we don't put our partner first. Hey, I'm the man in this relationship. You got to bow down to me. Yeah. I'll make it go, baby. I'll make it happen. You hear me? That's what he say. That's what we say. And that's what we think. And that's what we do. And that's why we having trouble right now with the Filipinos. Because nobody want to be beat down like that with your words. You said words going, sticks and stone will break my bones, but words won't do it. Yeah, words hurt, man. You hear me? They hurt your heart. They can't hurt your body physically. When a word can't beat you on the head. But psychologically, emotionally, you could call a woman, the B word that rhymes with witch. You think that don't have an effect on her? Yes, it does. Yeah. When you out in the workforce, if your manager call you the N word, don't that have an effect on you? Come on, man. Y'all need to wake up. People call me weak. You just a weak man. You let your wife tell you everything. No, I don't. We compromise. I just told you. We compromise on things, and we compromise to come to do the right things that's going to benefit our relationship and to benefit our marriage. And when you guys out there don't know how to compromise, don't know how to trust, don't know how to communicate, you're never going to have a strong relationship with your Filipina or with anybody else for that matter. I'm talking about you have to compromise on your job. You have to compromise on your job. You on a job, you don't like it. You don't like your job. I understand. I was on a job I didn't like. But you think I quit because I didn't like my job? I had to compromise. I had to make a compromise. A job was just a paycheck for me. That job was just a paycheck. It was a stepping stone to get where I needed to be. And I need to be right here. I use my job as a stepping stone. You think I like my job? No, I didn't like it. But I wanted the money. I like the money, honey. And I had a relationship with my job. Yeah, just like I talked to you about relationships between entities, between concepts, ideas, or people. I had a relationship, employee-employer relationship. I trusted my job for one thing in my life. I didn't trust for nothing else. I didn't trust for promotion. I trust my job for one thing. Paycheck. Yeah, I trust my job for a paycheck, buddy. That's it. And that's it. And I use that job as a stepping stone to further my life. And I still got money from that job right now in 401k, earning interest every day. Yeah, okay? So, yeah, you have various types of relationship. Various types. And you got to recognize that, man. Come on now. I'm trying to teach you guys. And stuff I'm teaching you is not just Filipino stuff. This is life stuff. Because a lot of you guys out there never had a father in your life. You never had a father figure you could talk to. You never had a big brother you could talk to. You never had a close friend you could talk to. I'm the brother. I'm the father. I'm the friend that you could talk to. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, this is not just Filipino stuff. This is... What?
Well, you're upset.
I'm not upset.
Somebody said
I'm not upset. Hey, I'm sorry, man. When I talk about things that I'm very, very passionate about, I get highly passionate, and sometimes emotional because I care about you. If I didn't care about you guys, I'd be like, whatever. Yeah, y'all want to come to Philippines? Come on. I ain't got nothing else to say. You know, that's how it be. But I'm passionate about my wanting to help you see what it is to live in the Philippines and to have a good wife or a good mate or a good girlfriend with you. Okay? I'm very, very passionate about it, and sometimes it comes up. All right, where was it, Lisa D? You got to keep me on track here. I don't know what comment I was on. I think I was talking about John's comment, but I'm gonna get to every one of your comment. So you guys just came home from work. Get you a beverage, whatever your beverage of choice is. You got glass tea, Coke, beer, whatever you drink. Get your beverage because we're gonna be here for a while. You know, I need to get this over to you guys. I want you guys come here. Get it for me, sweetheart. When you guys come here, I want you to be successful.
Right there.
And he's laughing at me. Okay, Sandy. Sometimes I get funny because I like to entertain as well as talk. Okay. Okay, now the corn. Come on, man. Focus. Talking about the kitchen sink. That's you got to talk about the kitchen sink, Lisa D. Come on, man. It ain't about the kitchen sink. It's about your mind and your heart. Where is your mind and your heart? I know it's funny, and I'm not trying to put you down. It was funny, but focus. All right, what else? What else? Hold on. Lisa D scrolling. Okay, that's one right there.
Right there.
All right, so that's when we change. Time to eat. What do you have in the fridge? We don't have nothing in the fridge but veggies, fruit. We got some chicken, and we got some fish. That's what we eat. We don't eat a lot of pork.
I'm sorry.
All right, who else we got? We got Hulk. We got everybody. I had a friend, Filipino, over there. Every was beautiful at first on camera each day. Hit it. Each day, then the jealousy starts to come. That's what we'll talk to you guys about. Probably tomorrow, jealousy. Jealousy in the Filipina is a cultural phenomenon. Okay? Filipinos learn jealousy from the mama, and it passed on and on and on and on. But that can be broken. Lisa D used to be really jealous of me, but she's not as jealous as she was. She's better now. I used to be jealous of her, but I'm not as jealous as I was because, number one, I don't have nothing to be jealous of. I got her 24/7. You know, she's with me 24/7, and I'm with her 24/7. We don't have much to be jealous about. So, but it comes out in the Filipino, and you know,
That's normal.
you say it's normal. These days, yeah. See, in her mind as a Filipino, that's normal and that's acceptable. But in our minds as a foreigner in the USA, that's one of the worst things you can be. Jealous, because jealous causes a lot of problems, man. In a relationship, it could tear a relationship down if you don't know how to handle it. And it could be like Hope said, it could be controlling. And when you find a person that's jealous, that's what it stems from. Wanting to have their way and want to control you. So I'm scared of her now. Don't be afraid of her. You need to confront her, Hulk. You need to confront her and listen and straighten her up. You need to educate her. You need to inform her. Don't be a boss and try to control her like she's controlling you. But you lay down the law to listen. I love you. I think a lot of you. But there's one issue that I have that we need to address before we can go any further in this relationship. And that is the issue of jealousy. I understand that it's a cultural issue in your country that women think it's good to be jealous. But in my mind and where I'm from, jealousy is a bad thing. So we need to come to an understanding and a mutual relationship and in a way that we can deal with this jealousy issue. Or, as I see it now, sweetheart, we can't go any further. And that's how you break it down to her. And if she don't accept it, you know what you say? It's been real. Bye. And get out. Don't talk to her. Don't call her. And when she gets ready to put that nasty jealousy away, she'll call you. If she really loves you, she'll put that away. Or she will decrease the amount of jealousy exhibited. Okay? That's how you handle that, man. Don't let jealousy, anything in life, you deal with it head on. You don't hide it. You say, listen, we got to deal with this, or we can't go any further. All right, where was I, Lisa? Talking to Hulk, right?
No, that's not it.
Okay, here we go.
No.
That's it right there. That's it right there.
Okay. Should be mine. This one right here.
Okay. Now the next one, yeah, you talked about. What'd you do? Look, sorry about that. Technician going to get out of control. Stop now before you mess me up. I love you guys, but I don't love you that much to kiss you now. These are technical error, people. Technical error. All right, so we had Hulk's commands.
No,
question.
you're done with that.
All right, so now John says talking is crucial in a relationship, which is why I have an issue with tempo. A little tempo is good. Some of the situation I have heard seems a little, tempo can be very, very extreme, John. And if you find that someone that has extreme tempo, you want to get rid of that one, because in the extreme, it can be violent. It can scream, it can hurt you. Sometimes they shout around the room, they'll take a pot and pan and throw it around, and it can hit you with it. Sometimes they start fighting you. So if you find an issue with tempo that bad, move on to somebody else, because you're going to find there are varying degrees of tempo, okay? And tempo is a cultural phenomenon in this culture. If you find that you can't deal with any of it, probably may want to look at a different society. But if truth be told, John, tempo is just another name for the B word, women sometimes being the B word, or holding out. And you'll find that in every culture. I had it with my previous relationships, in the USA. They wouldn't call it tempo, but they did crazy stuff. I told y'all, I didn't tell y'all, I had this woman, man. She was stalking me, man. You believe it or not. She was stalking me, man. And I told her I didn't want her. She was about 4 years older than me. And she, when I met her, man, we were cool. But she became so jealous. She said, who you talking to? Who you talking to? Every day was, who you talking? We've been talking to today. I said, listen, man, we can't go any further with this. I'd let you go. And I cut her off.
Well, I didn't know that.
I told you about this. I didn't tell you about the lady. This is what she did. She came to my house, right? And I didn't open the door.
What?
Yeah. She came to my house and I did not open the door. And guess what she did? I said, you need to go home. Leave me alone. She tore the screen door down. She kicked the screen door down and I called the police. But she left right before they came. I didn't want to get in too much trouble. I said, it's okay, officer. I'll take care of the door. If she comes back by here again, I want you to lock it up. I'm going to call you again. I want you to lock it up. She didn't come back. But yeah, man, sometimes you have women that can be crazy, man. They really can. And so can guys. It works both ways. Okay, let me do this. Hold that right there. Let me do that. Hold that. Okay, so John says it's normal for people to look at other people be friendly and communicating with others. Trust is a two issue. That's true. It's normal. But sometimes Filipinos do the abnormal, and that's how you have to deal with it. It's okay if they just, say, who you looking at, and that kind of stuff. That's okay. But when they go to the fact that, I know you talk to her, I know you like her, I don't, and they badger you, that's a problem, and you have to deal with that. Okay? That's where you look at it. Everything has to have a certain balance in life. And when the balance is not there, it becomes lopsided, and things when out of lopsided begin to what? Fall down. They bend, they break, and they're broken. Now, just because a relationship is broken does not mean it cannot be restored. And one of these days, I'm going to show you and teach you, for those of you that have had relationships with others and it was broken, and you really didn't want to break it, and you really wanted to recover it, this is a way it can be done. And I'm gonna break that down to you. A lot of guys I've talked to on this web or channel, I told me, man, I messed up with this Filipino. She put me down, but I really love her. I can't go on without her. I gave him the outline for it. There's a way you can do it. I don't want to get into all that right now, but we're covering this topic. But yeah, you can restore a broken relationship. There's steps to do. Okay, what to do with the jealous ones, Bobby? Okay, I think I told you that already, what to do with the jealous ones. If they're too jealous, let them go. Let them go, or if they're not too bad, deal with it. All right, they could cook too. You like them? They were cooking for you, all right. Why not take it to the United States? Guess what, guys? You know my position on the United States, women to the Philippines to the United States. I don't do it. I mean, some guys do it and work out fine. Okay, but me, I know Lisa D.
Yeah, he don't want me to live in the USA because he told me I might find somebody.
Now she telling on me now. Get away. She talking too much, y'all. Now, no, I don't want her to live in the USA. But if she wants to live there, we can do it. But I know Lisa D. Lisa D is a beautiful woman. She'll have a lot of men pushing up on her when I'm not around. And I don't want that. That's just one of it. But Lisa D will become Americanized. And what you'll find is a lot of the women that they take to the United States become what? Americanized. And Americanized women are not the best type of women for me. So that's one reason. But thank goodness she want to move there. We want to visit, but she never wanted to move there to live permanently. Okay, what else we got? You're visiting Matari. Good to see you, man. For those of you that are here for the first time, please, pretty please, click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you continue receiving fresh new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Thank you so much. Matari, I'm not sure if you're new, but it looks like I haven't seen your name before. You coming to the Philippines in October. I should be here. In November, we're going to be going out of the country, Lisa D and I. So November, it's going to be a little bit touchy to get in touch with me. October, we should be here. Thank you so much. Barney's a big fan. Yeah, man. I love it when you guys let me know that you appreciate the show, man, because it gives me that much more incentive to continue with these things that I'm doing. It makes me know that I'm making a difference in somebody's life as it relates to the Philippines, at least. And that's what it's all about. Now, I'm going to tell you why the purpose of this show, and I tell you this every session, every time. The purpose of this show is to inform, educate, and inspire in an entertaining manner sometimes, inspire you, educate you, and inform you about the things of the Philippines, Southeast Asia, and major issues in the world. John, thank you, buddy. Hey, that's my brother from another mother. Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Thank you so much, man. When you got that super chat button, it makes us want to holla because we got $1. Yeah, but thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. See, John is a regular. He supports this channel because he's getting something from us. Whenever you get value from an entity, a person, company, whatever, you need to show your what? Appreciation. And let me tell you something. Whenever you go in the U.S., you go to a restaurant, what, right? You get good service, you get good food. What do you do?
Eat.
You get up. Hey, no, she said eat. No, but you eat it, but you get it. Before you leave that table, you do what? You tip them. You drop a tip.
You don't have to.
I mean, that's in your country.
If they have a good service.
Yeah, but that's why you do it, sweetheart, because they have a good service. You don't have to, right? You're right. You don't have to give but you do so because you enjoy it. Whenever you give, whatever you give actually comes back to you. It actually comes back to you. You're investing in our lives. And that means that you're taking on to our ideas in life, and that makes you much stronger than knowing you see somebody else is doing it. That means, okay, I can do it too. I have to invest in these people's lives so their dream, I can latch on to their dream, and it can somehow propel me to my dream. That's what it's all about. When I was contemplating coming to the Philippines, moving to, I latched on to people's dreams. The person that I looked to was Pop Z65. Now, and Rike, I looked at Rike a little bit, and I latched on to the dream. I said, no, these guys doing it. What's wrong with me? I'm just as much as they are. I can do it. And I latched on to their dreams. I supported them. And I'm here because I latched on to other people's dreams, and it propelled me to reach my dreams and my goal. You guys need to do the same thing. You latch on to other people's dreams and stop being cheap. Stop being cheap. You will succeed in life. You can't be cheap without, look at my hand. Nothing in my hand, right? And I put something in my hand and I hold it like that. Can anything else get in my hand? No. But if I let that go, I'm open to receive. And we talked about communication. Receive other benefits. When your hand is closed like that, nothing else can get inside. Okay? And when your mind is closed like that hand, that fist, nothing else can get inside. You have to open up your hand so you can receive new teachings, new motivation, new information that will help this mind get what? Unlocked. And then new things can come. Okay, I'm sorry. Talk too much. How do you avoid a tan out there? How do you avoid a tan? I stay out of the sun. Lisa D and I will stay out of the sun. We normally go early if we got something to do in the morning. We go early in the morning, stay out of it. I don't like the heat. And we'll bring an umbrella. If we have to walk in the heat, we'll bring an umbrella with us. Lisa D, if she goes to the beach, she gets suntan oil and lotion, rubs it on her skin. She burns very, very easily. And I mean serious. It'd be like patches all over her body. She went to the beach about, what, 2-3 weeks ago?
1 week ago.
1 week ago. And her whole face was red. And then she didn't stay in the sun that long that time. How do you avoid, okay, Josh says, I like how you let Lisa deal with the family members before they come to you and you deal with your relatives and then you two just get together. Yeah, I let Lisa D, if my family had a problem, they need help or whatever, they go to Lisa. They don't bring that mess to me. Cause I'm like, I'm not the one. You need to talk to Lisa D. And Lisa D decides what she wants to bring to me or not. She knows what I go for and what I won't go for. And that's how you have to have. You have to have a system. Because if you don't, hold on, right there. You have to have a system. Because if you don't, the family will run all over you. They'll treat you like a walking ATM. And you are not that. You're not going to be that to any family out here. Although they would like it because they want you to pay their rent. They want you to pay their food bill. They want you to pay school bill. All kinds of stuff. You won't have nothing dealing with these people. So I let Lisa D deal with them. She know what I will do, what I not do. Respect and dignity go hand in hand. Never disrespect someone or take their dignity from them. People can see when someone shows respect to them, and they will give it respect to each other. Correct, John. Always respect everyone. That's my opinion. Now, you guys don't have to live with that. You can go around disrespecting people, and what's going to happen? You're going to get it right back. Dave, what's going on, Big Dave? Tell them hi. Lisa D, say hi to you.
I said hi to her.
Oh, okay. And John says, I guess you were too guarded from your last relationship before meeting Lisa D. It's important to let go of the past. I've been to several relationships because of that. Yeah, you have to release the past. And when I released the situation, but I was holding grudges. You know, and you're right. I had to release those grudges. I had to release those situations before I could move forward with what? My life. And our Lisa D's life and my life. Dave says, wow, Lisa D is on camera. Yeah. This is a first, y'all. You hear me? Lisa D don't like to be on camera, but now she's loving it. Today, let's see what happens tomorrow. All right. Dennis, what's going on, man? Good to see you. All right. Big D in the house. John says, Bobby, sing. And y'all know I'm a singer now. I've been singing all my life. I can throw down on some music now.
Okay.
Let me hear you sing
Wonderful
that.
world.
What a wonderful world it would be. Yeah, I can go there. If my boss called me the N word, We'll see who suffers the effect. Ghost, who said that ghost? I mean, you gonna lay hands on a ghost? You gonna do one of these? Lay hands, or you gonna do one of these? Lay hands. All right, ghost, watch out for that, man. Bobby, why are you upset? Upset? I'm not upset. What am I upset about?
When you was talking
Oh,
hard.
you perceived me as being upset, but that wasn't a being upset. When I get upset, when you really want to see me upset, you can't hold me down. I'm gonna jump all over you. I'm not a big man, but when I get through with you, you gonna feel like a big man was on you, cause I'm gonna jump on you, doggone it. But no, I wasn't upset. That was my passion for what I was talking about. I'm a very passionate individual. When I feel strongly about issues, it resonates through my whole body, my whole mind. So everything is involved, and I can't hold back sometimes. All right, what else we got? Compromise is important to you, Johnson. Compromise is important, but you can't be keeping scores. Well, you got your way last time. Now you're right. You can't keep scores because you have just like you said, to do things in good faith, and you have to do the right thing. It's not about tit for tat. It's about what's the best thing we can do for our family to move forward right now. That's what it's all about. It's about what's the. He said the same thing. Me and John on the same wavelength. What I said, he just wrote. He stopped being jealous. She's not as jealous as she was, that's for sure. She was really, and I was too. We were both bad about it. It's been real. All right, Brandon, take care, man. See you tomorrow. We're gonna have another live stream tomorrow, y'all. Same. I don't know if it's gonna be the same time. We gotta see. Just watch your notification. Good advice, Bobby. Thank you, Hope. You will do that. Okay. Brandon says, here's some people say jealousy is a sign of love. Yeah, that's what they say out here. Yeah. That's what they believe in their hearts and their mind, that jealousy means I love you. That's why it's so much out here. But in the other areas, jealousy is not a sign of love. It's a sign of selfishness. Okay. And I might have a live stream to break that down too. Yeah. Okay. Can you tell us about your most recent?
No, right here.
Wow. Where? Okay. It's Temple, or me, baby. Got it, Bobby. It's not Tempo. It's Tampo. Tampo. That's how they pronounce it. Tampo. Tampo. Yeah, that's how you have to break it down to it. If your Tampo is more important than me, we have to split. But if you can compromise on your Tampo ways, we may have something to work with here, sweetheart. Rand 64, what's going on, man? Ain't seen you in a while. Keep up with me now. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that for me. John says, that's not Tampo, that's domestic violence. It's domestic violence here too, but it's a part of Tampo. Ryan 64, I desire and hot and super sexy Filipino woman. There's a lot of them out here, man. You gotta get online and start searching. And if you can't find one online, then you need to come on out here and try to find one offline. There's a lot of them out here, man. But the super hot, sexy ones, they usually want money, honey. You got to kick in. You got to kick in with those. You find most Filipinos are very, very simple-minded. Now, I'm not saying that in a negative way. It doesn't take much to make them happy, and it doesn't take much to make them joyful and to love you. They don't require a lot. When you find these ones that want the Gucci bag, the Rolex and all this, and the latest and the greatest designers, you got to watch out for those because they're materialistic minded. Most Filipinos are actually not materialistic minded. Their minds are on the family, and their mind is on their mate, their partner, their husband. That's who their mind's on, and they're about bettering the family. And if you treat them right, you'll be surprised how they'll treat you like a king. Okay, what's it? No, but that's right though. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I hope it make. Am I making sense to you guys out there? I hope I am. I don't want to confuse anybody. If you have questions, put your question on the screen. But I want to make sure I try to be clear as a bell, and I try to be simple as I can be when I express myself, so that you won't say, "Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you mean. I don't want to hear that," because I'm trying to break it down to you as simple as I can be. That's what I'm scared about, her becoming Americanized. Yeah, you have to. I it's going to be hard for me to take Lisa D to stay in America because I had my choice of Americanized Filipinos. I seen a few of them, and they just terrible, man. They don't represent, they're not, in my opinion, they are not true Filipino. They fake. They fake Filipino. They're not real. Lisa D was born here, live here, bred here. She don't know nothing about it. She is a true Filipino. You hear me? She's true.
100%.
She said 100%. Yeah, she's true. But the ones that go to America, they get on the American ways and they fake and phony. And talk about, I'm Filipino. No, you American Filipino. That's not the real deal. All right, that's what I'm scared about. I'll make sure to never take my woman to live there in the state. Well, don't say that because there may come a point in time where Lisa D might have to go live there. I would make sure that she prepared, and I would keep track on her to make sure she don't become Americanized. But in general, I hope it doesn't come to that point where we got to move there. Right now, our plans is to stay here in the Philippines, and we will maybe 2 to 3 years from now we'll be moving to another country, but it would not be America. We're looking at probably staying in the East, Vietnam, Guam, and we had Thailand on the list. We struck them off. But it'll be in the Eastern, and maybe Indonesia, Malaysia. It's going to be in Asia, Southeast Asia, because we love this part of the country. Okay, I know if some woman become Americanized and fell into some unfortunate situation. Well, yeah, they become Americanized. They want to divorce the man, leave the man for somebody else, and then they get messed up with the person who they left the man for. Good decision, Bobby D. Better to keep them there so they don't get corrupted by U.S. culture. It's there October 2nd. Okay. CJ. Yeah, man. CJ Worldwide. Holla, give me a shout out when you get here and hit that subscribe button for me. Yeah, Derek says, yeah, I have a child, so I don't have an option. I wish I could stay in the Philippines. He got to work. Derek got to work. I understand, Derek. But listen, man, you're being very, very responsible. There's a lot of guys that have children out here that don't take care of them. They don't care. And that you deadbeat dads out there, shame on you. Yeah, shame on you. Take care of your children. They didn't ask to come here. You brought them here when you laid down. Take care of your child, man. I mean, even if you're in America and they're here, send that money back. Okay? Send it back. Brandon, what's up, man? Brandon says, black people have, did I miss one?
That one.
Okay, Rand 64 said bringing Filipino women to America caused them to get contaminated with the culture and other women's saying advice about. Exactly. That's what happens. That's why I'm very, very leery about bringing Lisa D to stay. I don't mind bringing her to visit, but staying, Black people have a natural resistance to tans and the sun. Okay. You can't tell me that. I would never know that because when I get out there, I tan and burn. When we went to the beach, my whole head was full of sores, burns. I'm like, what's wrong with my head? It hurt. She said, that's sunburn. And I got black, my arms are hurting, so I get tan too. Derek said, I already said, oh, what's that genetic perk? Okay. Derek says, I already said, don't listen to no American woman about relationship. It's a reason you see a foreigner in the Philippines. Yeah. That's why I tell Lisa D, you got to be careful when you listen to American women. My sister came up here and tried to corrupt her. Tell her don't listen to me all that. I said, listen, man, y'all need to stop that right now. Okay, Roger, what's going on, man? We doing good out here. How are you two? We're doing good, man. Yeah, we're the love team. Roger said we're the love team. Thank you, Roger. Hit that subscribe button, man. Who is this? Roper. Good to see you, man. Hit that subscribe button, Roper.
Roger.
Oh, that's Roger. Oh, sorry, Roger again. Hit that subscribe button. Go ahead. Next one. CJ says you have gotten close to preaching like TJ Jakes a few times a day. Hey, Jason the man. I love TJ Jakes. He's good. Your Osawa is very cute. Thank you, Roger.
Thank you.
John says, I think it helps a relationship when your relatives acknowledge your spouse and stay the hell out of your business. People can't tell you what to have, love, or marriage. You're right. They have to acknowledge. That's what my relatives do now. They acknowledge our marriage. They didn't at first. When I first got married, what did he get himself into? Now, they came up here and they corresponded to Lisa D on Skype. So they fell in love with Lisa D. They love her. They brought her so much stuff out here when they came. My sister brought Lisa D shirts. She brought her a pocketbook with chocolates. They bought a ton of chocolates out here. Man, we had a great time. They were very happy with Lisa D, and they love her. They correspond to her on Facebook all the time. Some Filipinos wake up after being brought here by manipulative older men. Some Filipinos wake up after being, you mean brought to the U.S. by manipulative older men? Yeah, and that's one of the reasons, who said that? Mello? Mello 89. That's one of the reasons the Philippines has so many laws protecting the Filipina when they go out of the country with a foreign man. Men used to really, really abuse the Filipina. They would traffic them on the streets, making do crazy stuff. And that's why I have a lot of laws on the book now. Before you get married to a Filipina, you have to go to a counseling class. It's required by the Philippines laws. You have to go to a counseling class, and in that counseling class, it teaches you how to treat them, how to talk to them, how to talk to them, what to expect. And one thing they also outline is the laws against trafficking and all kind of laws. They got domestic violence laws, and they make sure you are required to take that class. If you don't take it, they won't give you a license. They won't give you a license. All right, so and that's based on the abuses that foreign men used to do to the Filipina years ago. So now Roger says, "Love is blind." John Chan should be an individual choice, not a group choice. Okay, all right. Some Filipino, okay. It should be an individual choice. Okay. Roger says, "Traditional woman." Diba. Okay. Roger says, "Trying to move to Thailand." You trying to move to Thailand? Okay, good luck with that. I don't want to move to Thailand, man. I've been to Thailand, ain't nothing there. Thailand's nice, people, the place is nice, but it's too much pollution. I can't deal with that. And their money, their currency is less than the Philippines. You can live better here than there. Now, I have to admit that the language barrier is another deterrent to moving to Thailand for me. And I have to admit that the countryside, the infrastructure of Thailand is a big leap over what the Philippines has. And they're just like U.S. highways and stuff, but the Philippines, not like U.S. infrastructure at all. All right, what time is it, Lisa D? We ready?
8:55.
Okay, we're gonna be shutting it down. I'm gonna try to get as much as I can before we shut it down. Okay. What else? Where was I? Okay. Roger said Japan might invite you to go there. They need young families for their country. Okay. I've been to Japan before. It's nice, but they're high too. They high. I couldn't live there. They too high. Unless I had a job in Japan teaching. Now they pay good for teachers out there. You English, they pay real good. You can make $150,000 a year as a teacher teaching English out there. I have people that's doing it right now. What they do, they pay for your housing out there in Japan. They pay for your housing, and I think they give you a food bill too. And so most of the people that go out there, they don't have to spend a lot. They save a lot of money. Stay out there 4 or 5 years, come back to the state, and they're rich.
Derek gave you $2.
Derek, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Everybody said, give a shout out to Derek. Thank you so much, Derek, man. We appreciate that. Thank you, man. Every little bit helps, and whenever you hit that super chat button, at least D and I we get happy. Thank you so much. All right, John Chess. I think the time in the USA and time in the Philippines is good. I couldn't just never visit USA or one sponsor accompany me. Okay, yeah, you can do. I have a lot of people that do that, man. I got people that come out here for 6 months and go back to the USA 6 months, and that's what they do. And I have people that come in once a year, But I think it's good to go back and visit as much as possible. All right, Georgia, he said, you're going to be on my channel forever. Thank you so much, man. I like dedicated people like that. When you find something you like, stick with it, okay? When you find something that you appreciate and you enjoy, stick with it. Man, you can't go wrong with that. How safe is South Cotabato City to live in? To be honest with you, keep hitting them before go out. To be honest with you, and I'm going to be honest, I would not live in Mindanao. And Cotabato City is in Mindanao, okay?
This is a Muslim town.
As far as hot Filipino women, there's a lot of hot Filipino women everywhere. But I would not live there because it's further south. And the further south you go, you come in contact with the rebels, MPA, and ISIS, all that stuff down there. I don't fool with that. I don't go. Now, there's people that live there, and in Cotabato, they have a lot of bombs out there, bombing. They do a lot of suicide mission bomb, all kind of crazy stuff. I stay away from that area. Now, we got people living, in Mindanao, and they say it's okay. But me personally, my thing is, I don't want to be that close to that area. And if it ever come up this way, me and Lisa D gonna be skying up out of here, man. I don't play that violent stuff. Lisa D, have you thrown any parts of it? Who said that? Brandon, don't give her no ideas, Brandon. Please don't do that. The closest thing Lisa D did one time, she slammed the door when she was in Tampa. Slam it hard. Boom. I said, what'd you slam the door for? She wouldn't speak. But that's the closest thing she's gotten to. Derek, thank you again for that button, that contribution, man. It helps. John said, yeah, most American women got it all wrong. They want to be in a relationship with a woman from USA again. People can't believe I'm single. They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. What? What happened? I didn't mess up. Oh, you got to hit the arrow right there.
No, your picture.
What happened? What'd you do? You done messed me up again? Okay. Lisa, thank you. You're supposed to be the technician, Lisa. You got to stop messing it up.
I did not.
Okay. Don't touch it. Please. Oh, she done got me what? Okay. We're back to normal. Please, Lisa. Okay. John said, yeah, most American women get it all wrong. Da, 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 da. People can't believe I'm single. They don't have a clue. Looking for something more. Yeah. You are doing the right things, John, because you're taking your time. A lot of people find someone that like them and they get married, they get hooked up, live together for the wrong reasons. And when you take your time, you make sure it is the right reason. I did at least 5 years online. I made sure I was ready. She wanted me to marry first, but I said, no, we gotta wait.
No, I didn't ask you.
Please. Okay. I'm not gonna discuss that because she always had that same response. But listen, guys, okay, so go down. Japan is too expensive. How about Panama? Panama in the South America. Panama is not that expensive. I mean, I have a friend that went to Panama. He said it's just really hot out there. But I don't know a whole lot about it other than that. It's really hot and it's not that expensive. Want to live in Thailand? You want to live in Thailand? Okay. Good for you, Roger. Better you than me. I'm currently in Metro Manila. Yeah, that'll be a big change for you. I wouldn't live in Metro Manila. Metro Manila is like being in the States, in the United States, in New York City. Pollution and bad people. Brandon Hall, more money. What do you say? You messed it up again.
No, he deleted it.
Oh. SML, super close up. Yeah, too close up, man. Too close for comfort. These lead the screen.
No, because our camera is messed up, right?
All right, so let me put it back. What about General Santos? General Santos? They call it GSP. GSP is nice city, man. It's just like Davao. Very nice cities. And you can live there peaceably. Normally, there's not a whole lot of bombing and fighting in Davao or Santos. Now, there's been a few bombings in Davao, but I haven't heard of anything in General Santos, so that might be a nice area in Mindanao. But again,
that's
Bobby,
Jensen.
Yeah, they call it Jensen or GSP. But you won't find Bobby D and Lisa D out there. We like it right here in Cebu.
Yeah, Cebu is good.
Yeah, John says safety's first. That's right. When are you guys going to have a baby? Man, you had to say the word, please. Don't. Now, Lisa D wants a child. I don't mind. I mean, it's okay. But we're waiting on the Lord.
You get a baby already. It's 10 months.
She talking about my stomach, y'all. Forget that. You trying to be funny. Now, we're waiting on the Lord to do his thing. And that's it. Okay, did you ask Lisa D to marry you? Or did she? I'm not going to get in there because every time I talk about that, Lisa D, but eventually, officially, I asked her. But unofficially, Y'all know the deal. Okay. Eddie Jackson, what's going on, man? Yeah, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming back. You was with me the other day too.
I miss you too.
I miss you too. He said, I've never been to Thailand. You never been to Thailand? I'll tell you about Thailand. Real nice place. The major problem you will have in Thailand is the communication. They speak Thai. They don't. Most people out there do not speak English. So you're gonna have to put up with that. If you go to the Philippines, it's pretty much everybody speaks English or some form of English. They can understand you. Thailand, communication barrier will probably be one of the major issues. The second major issue will be pollution. Very bad out there. When we went out there in, I think it was 2017, the pollution wasn't that bad at all. We didn't notice it. But now it's like smogs everywhere in that city. You go online and Google it. Pollution in Thailand and see what you get. I think the number three, India and China are number one and two. I think they're number three now. Or maybe they may have taken over the number one spot. But I don't know what's going on. It's a nice place. A lot of beautiful buildings. The country is beautiful. People are friendly. They're not as friendly as the Philippines, but they're friendly. But I would want to live there right now because major factor is pollution for me. Many hot women. Man, they told you, Rancid folk, they hot women all over this place, man. And, you got to look at, don't go with the exterior that much. I mean, if you want a hot woman, fine, that's your thing. But look at the interior. That's what a lot of people look at the interior. Is this woman going to be good for me? Does she have a sweet heart and not just a sweet body? They got to match up. If you want a hot woman, make sure that interior, the inner beauty is there as well, okay? That's what I would suggest because just getting a hot woman to be hot, you're in for trouble, buddy. Because not only do you think she's hot, guess what? Somebody else going to look at her, they're going to think and you're going to have a whole lot of competition. Yeah, unless that woman has a inner strength that would control her to deal only with you, you're having issues there. So, yeah.
One thing is God fear.
Yeah. Lisa D said one thing is try to find a God-fearing woman. Yeah, that's what you do. That's one of the issues that I had. I was dealing with people, they were faking like they knew the Lord, and they was this and that, and turn to find out they wasn't who they said they were. But I found Lisa D. One thing I would recommend you guys is to test your people, your Filipinos out. Test them out. Some of them say that they love the Lord, or some of them say they love you, or they this, that. Test them out. Put them in a hypothetical situation without them actually knowing it, and see how they react. I tested Lisa D all the time. Most of the time, she would pass my test, and she wouldn't even know I was giving her test. That's how I did it. I was slick. But sometimes she would fail, and then I had to look at what caused her to fail this test. And then when I recognized that even though she failed the test, I still loved her, I just moved on to the next thing. All right, so what else we got? That's it? That's it, Lisa D? Okay, Eddie says, how long we been together? I've been knowing, what time, when did I initially met you? I met Lisa D.
2011.
I met Lisa D in 2011. So we've been knowing her what? How many years is that?
8.
8 years so far. I met her online. That was April 15th. I met her on tax day. I was doing my taxes online. And I was tired. I do TurboTax, losing tax, right? I was tired, man. I'm saying, take me a break. I'm gonna go. I had a membership with the Sabana dating online. Sabana's online dating site. So I was gonna take me a break, see what these women are doing out here. As soon as I got on, so who is this? It was Lisa D. She wanted to chat. And we've been chatting ever since. And I dated her for 5 years, then we married. So we're married since 2015. We've been out here, I've been living out here since 2014, man. Been having an awesome time. Lisa D changed my life, man. But there's a lot of women out here just like Lisa D, but you won't know it unless you start talking to them you have to do a covert interview. And when I say covert interview, have the questions, I talked to you about this the other live stream, have the questions, 5 questions you should ask in your mind. Okay, ask you, are you working? What's your work history? You don't put it like that. Phrase it where it doesn't sound like it's scripted and let it flow through you. And then you'll be surprised of somebody just doing something over here. You'll be surprised of the answers and responses you get. And based on the answers and responses you get, that's where you determine, okay, do I want to continue with this person or not? Make more food related videos. Brandon said make more food related and cooling and stuff. I don't know about that. We had one food video where you made my what's it called?
Maha Blanca.
Maya Blanca. That's what she made.
Yeah, but it's a long time.
Now I tell you, there's a guy named is Jeb Jam Raw. Go to that TV channel. That's my buddy. He and his wife do a lot of different stuff. They do food, they do real estate, they do money investment, they do Philippine stuff. Cause his wife is Filipino and they have two blazing children. Beautiful family. They came out here a few months ago rather. We had an awesome time, man. That's one of the best subscriber meetup I had in a long time. I felt like I known the guy for years, you know. I felt like I known him all my life. But so I tell you, his channel is called Jeb Jam Raw. So while I'm talking about channels, let me mention a couple of other channels that I want you to check out. HT Logistics, Chris Holmes, nice guy. We met him. He's a fellow vlogger. He lives here about 6 months a year, and then he goes back to the state because he's a trucker. He has a trucking business. He runs his business, come back here, got money, come back. He stays with a girlfriend here for 6 months, go back and forth. Check out his channel. You like it. Black American Expat, Jay. Y'all know him. Jay was a protege of mine. I taught Jay most of everything you know to get out here. Like a lot of hundreds of others I got out here by talking to him, teaching him stuff. Check out his channel. It's going to be refreshing to you, and you will love him as well. Dr. Mike is a subscriber of mine. I never met him personally, but I looked at some of his videos. Dr. Mike is cool. Probably most of you guys know Dr. Mike, Black American, and you know me. You probably subscribe. If you haven't, just go ahead and subscribe to all, and Jeb Jam. Subscribe to all them channels. Okay, and I'm going to have a couple more I'm going to bring to you too, because I like to recommend channels for people of color that are looking for other examples of how to live out here, how to move out here. Is La Hogue area live compared to
Live to live.
Oh, to live. Yeah, La Hogue is right in the city of, not in the city, but on the outskirts, just like Talambon. This is a nice area. It's closer to the city than the Talambon. Talambon is T-A-L-A-M-B-A-N, not B-I-N-E, B-A-N. But yeah, La Hogue is pretty much closer to the downtown, not the downtown, but the city area of Cebu. And we're a little bit further out, but it's nice. They have a lot of nice restaurants in La Hogue. Johnson, my master plan is to win a Filipina tart with chocolate.
That's me.
That's how I did her. Every time I came out here to visit, I had to have chocolates. Or she would tell me you got to go back home and get me some. And then I would bring not only for her, go back down there. Not only would I bring it for her, but I would bring it for her.
Dear.
Okay, you did it again. What is wrong with you? You okay? Move, I got it. Uh-oh, stuck. But anyway, I would go and bring chocolates. Not only you still stuck. Okay, that's it. I would go. Something wrong with her fingers, y'all. I would go. You know, it's a little bit different when you're on the phone versus the PCs, you know, laptop. So we'll have to make some adjustments. But I was what was I going to say? Oh, I would bring chocolate home not only to Lisa D, but to her family. That's one thing that draw her family close to me. Chocolates. Yeah, they love chocolates out here, man. You want to win her heart? I got a video on that too, how to win a Filipina's heart. And one of them is chocolate. Y'all need to look at that video. It's a good video too. It's funny, man. It's a funny video. Cooking, okay.
Somebody gave us $10.
Who?
Matari.
Matari? Oh, thank you so much, Matari.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, man. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. Each one, reach one, each one, teach one. Every little bit helps. Yeah, thank you so much, man. You guys are really special to me, at least D. And that's why we're coming back. We're going this week. Thank you, man. Matari, I appreciate that, man. So nice of you. And anybody that contribute to us, you touch our hearts. And I'm being honest with you, man. We really feel grateful and special that you guys take the time to give, not only to look at the videos and the streams we show, but to give to support our channel and to support us. Because I'm not out here like some of these guys, well, I got this charity and I need $100 to send my people some food. And I'm not going to play no games, man. And anybody, if you go to somebody's channel, they got this charity, ask them, is it registered? Because they got to be legal to be registered with charities in the Philippines. If it ain't registered, don't give nothing because they just taking your money, honey. And I'm not playing that game with you. If you give money to this channel, if you donate, it's helping me and Lisa D.
Donate.
It's helping me and Lisa D to come back to you and give you good, solid live streams and good, solid videos. That's what it's going to. I'm not gonna tell a lie like I got a charity. No, that money's going to help us and to help
Sorry
you.
about donate.
What? What happened?
Sorry about donation.
What else? What? Do you, I don't know. She's laughing at something. I don't know what he said.
Donation.
What? What? I don't know what you're talking about. What other YouTubers do you follow there to hosts? What other YouTubers do you follow there to very good ones online?
Once. Is that?
Don't make the stream big again. Whatever you do, please. It says, what other YouTubers do you follow there? Two very good ones, Harold Balder, and I don't know who they are. There's a lot of them out here, man. But I tell you, first of all, I don't look at a lot of YouTube videos, vloggers, because when you start looking at a lot of vloggers that are out here like you, you have it has a tendency we want to begin to emulate what they're doing. And I don't want to be unoriginal. I don't want to be unauthentic. I want to be me, deliver it the way I do it, and I don't want to be influenced by how other people are doing. So I do watch certain ones every now and then, but then whenever I do watch a vlogger, I never watch the whole. I just watch the beginning. Maybe I'll skip to the middle, and then I'll skip to the end. And then I'll see what they're all. That tells me what I need to know. But I don't watch a lot of vloggers. The ones that I mentioned to you, those are the ones I have watched, and I only watch on occasion. There's another one, I can't think this guy's name. But I'll bring it to you next time. When is the best time to visit Cebu in 2020? I tell you what, a lot of people come here in January. And the reason why is
December also, because when it is colder there, they come over here.
Yeah, a lot of people come here in December and January. And some of them come in December because it's cold in the States. They get the warm weather out here. But then they stay until January because they have Sinulog, okay? Sinulog is a worldwide festival. It's held in Cebu City every year right around the middle of January.
Yeah.
And people come from, that's when my sister, they came in January and they had a great time with the Sinulog Festival. They have a lot of parades, shows, and man, it's fun. And that's what a lot of people come. You want to come when it's not, I wouldn't come in the rainy season that much. But when what would you recommend the best time? When it's not too much rain.
December to March.
December to March, it's called the summertime. That's the best time to come when it's not a whole lot of rain. Other than that, you may come to a point where it's rain every day. I remember one time I came out here, it was in November. Man,
November is okay.
But it was raining that time. I went to Manila that time, and man, every day it rained. And I was out here for 2 weeks. So you have to plan your trip. If you have a special Filipina out there, I would talk.
Somebody give you $10.
Another one? Who was that?
CJ.
Who?
CJ Worldwide.
CJ Worldwide. Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Gotta love it, gotta love it, gotta love it. Yeah. I mean, them dollars make me holler, man. Thank you so much, man. I'm telling you, man, the more you guys contribute, the more I'm coming back. I'm gonna do 4 this week. Next week, it may be 5 live stream. Because I can't get enough of you guys. I like to bring that stuff to you because it helps me to be me, and it helps me to get out what I have inside of me to be you. Now I can love the videos too, but I can't do all of this on the video. I can never be totally me on the video. I have to edit it. That's an edited version of Bobby D that you see on the videos. This is unscripted. This is unedited, live and raw. Okay, guys, we gotta call it quits. The battery is running out. The battery is running out on the cell phone. Do you have the power cell? Okay, Lisa D, I think she gonna put it on the power bank so it can get another few minutes here. Hold on, guys. 1 second, guys. Okay. Battery's running out, but she got me we got a power bank, and she just connected it to the power bank. So thank you, Matari. I appreciate that. And CJ Worldwide, John, who else? All you guys that contributed today. Derek.
Oh my God.
What? I did it again? I did it that time, y'all. Sorry. We got to get used to this phone thing, okay? We're not too used to that screen.
Super close up again. Sorry about that.
It,
I made it.
Lisa D, gotta love it. But yeah, man, we have fun. We have fun with you guys, and I hope you guys have fun with us too, because it's about letting you see a glimpse of our life and our lifestyle. We have a great time together, Lisa D. Now, Mark, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Oh, no, sometimes we have our differences, and we always settle it down. We talk it out instead of walk it out. Okay? And that's what I recommend you guys do. Settle down. If you have a difference with your Filipina, your significant other, settle down, talk it out. And if it's worth not walking it out, don't walk. If it's worth walking out, sometimes you gotta walk. You know, if they're trying to run your life and boss you, I want $100 tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna leave you. Walk it out. You don't boss me. You're not the boss of me. If I want to give you $100, I will give you, but you don't tell me. Lisa D, one thing I can say about Lisa D, she never had that mentality and that spirituality and that attitude about bossing me or asking. She never asked me for money. She never asked me for money, 1 peso. And she was working. Well, I sat her down. I sat her down after I came out here and saw her, met her family, met her. I realized she was legit. I said, I don't want you working. She was working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. I said, I don't want you working. I asked how much she made. She told me. I said, I can give you more than that. That ain't nothing to me. So she sat down, but she didn't sit down immediately. She got another job online. She began working online, doing SEO. You guys know that's internet stuff. And after about 6 months, a year, I started taking care of her. And I said, you need to let that internet stuff go. Mark Anthony, what's going on, man? I ain't seen you in a while, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. But she let the internet stuff go, and then because it was interfering with our relationship. Every time I called her, she said, I'm tired. I said, what you mean you're tired? It's time to be up and working with me now. I'm here. Let's talk. She said, I worked hard all night. I was up all night. I said, listen, you're going to have to let that go. Now she let the internet stuff go. I took care of her. And the money I sent to her, it helped her. Not only did it help her, but it helped her family. She helped her and her family with the money I sent her. So it was a blessing. Okay, Hope says there's travelers around the world. How does a Sri Lanka right now? The world is beautiful. Yeah, I got a program. I have a programmer that works for me on my website. He lives in Sri Lanka, and he keep getting me to want to come down there. He said that's a beautiful place, and he keep telling me that. So that might be on our list. A movie date's good for relationship. Yeah, John, a movie date's always good, but here's the issue you're gonna run into with the movie date. The Filipino movie, there's two types of Filipino movies out here. There's American and there's Tagalog.
Filipino.
Or Filipino movies, where they only speak the language, Filipino language. So you're gonna be like, what? She might want to go to see a Filipino movie, and then you just gotta sit there and make her interpret the whole movie. But there are some American movies that come out here and with American titles. So just tell her we have to see an American movie, and that'll be fine. As a matter, one thing that surprised me about brothers that are on YouTube learning about the Philippines are from the South, especially North Carolina. You know why? In my opinion, it's because the Philippines have a cordial, hospitable attitude, which is similar to the South. And I lived in Charleston, South Carolina. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but it's called the City by the Sea, one of the most beautiful cities in the United States. I recommend highly that you go and visit the people down there. They will treat you like you've never seen people treated before, with kindness, cordiality, hospitality, friendliness, just like me. I'm a friendly guy. Just the people there just like me. And, that's when I found out the Filipinos were like the people in Charleston, that's one of the things that drew me with Filipino. Okay, I got a few more, and then at least we got to hang it up. One of the things that's okay. Derek says, first time I came here, I was caught in the storm in September last week. Okay. Were you in Manila? What area were you in, Derek?
I think he's in Bacolod.
Bacolod? Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, they have a lot of storms and typhoons out here. So whenever you come to live out here, or whenever you come to visit, Make sure you don't. It's not typhoon season. When is typhoon season?
June till November or December.
Okay, typhoon season is June to November or
Because that
December.
is rainy season.
Yeah, it's part of rainy season. What is the biggest? Okay, man, I missed one. Thank you, Andy. Andy said, God bless, much love. Thank you so much, Andy. First time, okay.
God bless you also.
John said, what is the biggest holiday for families in Philippines? They have so
Um,
many holidays. John, you would be surprised. Every month is 2 or 3 holidays out here, man. I'm serious. Every month. And they get paid off time off for it.
biggest holiday is New Year's or Christmas.
Okay, I have to agree with that. Christmas is one of the biggest holidays out here. Okay?
Actually, it's New Year.
In my opinion, she said New Year's. I think Christmas. Well, it could be both, Christmas and both, because they have a lot of parties, and they have what's this called? What's it called? It's a thing they do with the food and put it on the table.
Noche Buena.
It's called Noche Buena. It means
Noche Buena.
Noche Buena, which just means a good night. That's what a New Year's holiday is. The good night is what they do. They sit up all night, New Year's Eve, until the next morning. And they have food and parties and gifts, a whole bunch of stuff. You love it. I did a video on one of them a long time ago. Check the older videos. I did a video on one. Sinlaw is January 19th, booked up. Oh, really? What hotel you went to? Because you might want to check some more. They got a lot of hotels here.
Just look that up.
Okay. So guys, if you're trying to get it to Sinlaw, you better get on it now for a hotel. All right, what else we got? And then we get.
I'm sorry, my dear.
What is wrong with you, Lisa
I'm
Day?
sorry.
You okay? Get you some coffee or something. All right, let's see. A big hello to you. What's going on? What is it? Where Beastie Philippines. Big hello to you, Mr. Dixon, and your family, sir. Hope you and your family has a wonderful, blessed day. Okay, that's Wayne Faulkner, man. Y'all check out his channel. Where Beasley Philippines. He's one of my Caucasian brothers. He came by here, raised with my channel. He's been a subscriber for a long time. Good man, good man. Check out his channel when you can. SML says, I think you and Bobby D might be right about the South. I'm from Beaufort. Yeah, John is a homie from Beaufort and lived in Charleston for 3 years. So he know I'm a Geechee, man. Geechees are smart, they're friendly, and they're talented. And you can't go wrong if you get you a Geechee woman. I'm telling you, man, they're nice people. Derek says, Tacloban, but it went through Manila, so I could. Oh yeah, Manila was terrible, man. Every time, guys, when you go to Manila, be ready. If it rains, you're gonna be walking in water up to here. I mean, it floods every time. I don't know what it is. I think the infrastructure there and the drainage system is terrible. So that's one. And he was in Tacloban.
The one that got hit from for a big storm.
Yeah, they had a big storm up here last week.
Yolanda.
Yeah, and it got really bad when Yolanda hit in 2013. Eddie said, no. I said, I looked it up. Okay, all right. John says they have better black-eyed peas and rice in the Philippines. I don't know. I have never found no black-eyed peas and rice out here. My sister came and they forgot to make me some before they left. I love my black-eyed peas and rice. It's called, in Charleston, we call black-eyed peas and rice hopping, John. It's because it be hopping, man. When you be eating that rice and beans, and they put that smoked neck bone or pork neck bone in it. Some people put sausage in it. I have had rice. I have had hopping, John, and ooh, man. Ooh, since I've been out here. I love that. And red rice, don't mention the red rice, John. You know I love the red rice. Let's see what we got.
Even in Cebu it floods, yeah, in some other parts of Cebu.
It does flood in certain parts of Cebu, but not as much as Manila. And we don't live in the flood zone here at all. One thing you do, if you come out here to move, come out here to live, if you tour to Cebu or any place you go, before you put your money down, make sure there's no flood zones, okay? Because there's a lot of them certain places. Here they don't have, they have some, but not much as compared to Manila. I was just about to ask if you were a Gullah. Yeah, man, I'm a Gullah man. John, he was asking John, okay. Yeah, shoot, I'm Gullah, man. I'm straight up Gullah. I was raised like that. But I haven't been in Charleston in about 10 years, man. I'm gonna go back there one day. Probably when I go back to USA, I have a lot of people there now. Everybody that I know in Charleston, I think we lost it. We just it just shut down.